we're going to roll up our sleeves and build a fully functional AI agent, completely from the ground up. If you've ever wanted to stop just talking to AI and actually start putting it to work for you, then this is the guide you've been waiting for. Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start by talking about why these agents are so much more than chatbots. They're really digital workers. Then we'll look at the parts that make up an agent. After that, we'll get to know our tool, Google Antigravity. And then the main event, we'll build our first agent step by step. And finally, we'll look at how to level up your agents and what this all means for the future. So first things first, we have to get our heads around what we're actually building today. It's a huge leap past the kind of AI most people are used to. We are making a massive shift here, from just having a conversation to actually taking action. Now look, I get it. The whole idea of building an AI agent can sound super complicated, maybe a little intimidating, but trust me on this. Stick with me. We're going to cut right through all the noise and give you a super clear, simple blueprint. You're going to be shocked at how doable this actually is. Okay, so this is the absolute key difference. A chatbot, it's a talker. It gives you info, it can write a funny email, whatever. But an AI agent, what we're calling a digital worker, that's a doer. It's like a digital employee. You give it instructions and it goes out into the digital world and actually does the tasks. It doesn't just talk about the work, it does the work. And this isn't just some neat little tech project, Understanding this shift from talking to doing it's a huge deal. People at the forefront of this space believe that learning how to manage these digital workers could completely change our economy. Seriously, the skills you're learning today put you right at the crust of this enormous wave. The real magic here comes from a concept called horizontal leverage. So instead of trying to replace one person's job completely, the idea is to help out thousands of people by automating, say, 90% of their boring, repetitive tasks. It's kind of like the Industrial Revolution, right? You're not trying to replace one seamstress, you're giving one person the power to manage a whole fleet of looms. The productivity boost is just astronomical. Okay, so before we can start building, we need to look at the blueprint. We got to pop the hood and see what actually makes an agent tick. Let's break down the core components of our new digital worker. So every good agent, just like any human employee, really needs 5 key things. First, it needs a brain. That's the large language model. Then it needs planning to figure out the steps. It needs tools to actually do things, memory so it doesn't forget what it's doing, and finally, reflection to look at its own work and make it better. Now, that might sound like a lot, but here's the really cool part for us, the people actually building this thing. It all boils down to just 3 simple ingredients we have to worry about. The prompts, which are basically the instructions, the knowledge, which is the data it needs, and the tools, which are the actions it can take. That's it. That's our recipe. Okay, enough theory. It's time to head to the workshop. I'm going to introduce you to the perfect tool for this job, an environment that was literally built from the ground up for making AI agents. And here it is, Google Antigravity. The easiest way to think about it is like a special garage or workshop just for building your AI agents. It's what's called an IDE, and it's powered by Google's latest Gemini models. This is where all the magic is going to happen. So why are we using this tool? Well, a few huge reasons. First off, it's totally free. Second, you get to use some of the best AI models on the planet right out of the box. And third, and this is the real game changer, it has this incredible integration with the Chrome browser, which means your agent can go to any website and automate tasks. That feature alone is just wow. Okay, enough talk. It's time to get our hands dirty. We are going to build our very first agent right now. I'm going to walk you through it in 4 super simple steps. Let's do this. Step 1, set up the workspace. Super easy. Just go to your computer and create a brand new empty folder. Call it My First Agent or whatever you want. Then just open that folder from inside the Antigravity app. Boom, done. Your digital office is now open for business. Okay, step 2. Now we give our agent its job description. Inside your project folder, just create a new file and name it Gemini.md. This simple text file is basically the agent's long-term brain. In here, you just write in plain English who it is, like you are an expert market research assistant, and what its main goals are. All right, step 3. Now that our agent knows its job, we give it today's to-do list. Create another text file, maybe call it task.md. And inside, you just write out a simple step-by-step process. Something like, 1, go to this website. 2, find the price of this product. 3, write the price into a new file. See, it's just plain English, no code needed. And now for the fun part, step 4. You just hit go.
You ask the agent to follow your instructions, and then you get to sit back and watch as it figures out how to do it. Your job now changes from builder to manager. You just watch it work and give it feedback to help it get even better. And just like that, you've done it. You've built a basic AI agent. Seriously, congrats. But this is just the beginning. Once you get the hang of this, you can start exploring some seriously powerful techniques to really level up your digital team. Think about it this way. The agent we just built is like a solo freelancer. It's great, but it has to do everything itself. A multi-agent system, though, that's like building a whole company. You can create a team of specialist agents, one for research, one for writing, one for coding, and have a manager agent coordinate all of them. This lets you tackle way, way bigger problems. Now, this next concept is where things get a little bit sci-fi, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. It's called self-annealing, and it's the idea that your system can actually improve itself. Imagine if the agent we built could run a task, notice it made a mistake, and then literally rewrite its own instructions to not make that mistake again. That's what this is. Your agents get smarter all on their own. Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground, right? We went from the big picture ideas to a working build and even peeked at some wild advanced stuff. So let's just zoom out for a second and talk about what this all really means for you. So if you walk away with anything today, I want it to be these 4 things. 1, agents aren't chatbots. They are digital workers that do things. 2, building them isn't black magic. There's a simple blueprint. 3, amazing tools like Antigravity mean that anybody can do this now. And 4, and this is the big one, this changes your relationship with technology. You're not just a user anymore. You are a director of digital labor. And I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on. For pretty much the first time ever, the ability to create a worker, a smart, tireless digital employee, is in the hands of anyone who's willing to learn a few simple steps. The barrier is gone. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build? What job will you create for your first digital worker?